This is the use of police vehicles as opposed to helicopter. It's the same exact stalking. They're being disbanded. This is surveillance. Light activity, relevant positioning, audible activity. In this specific environment. Demons. Those are demons. That's an iteration of the same pattern of conduct where the entity is engaging when it's flying, circling, follow me, running helicopter. They're engaging in the same conduct, stalking with impossible light activity, doing so while the entity is amplifying helicopter activity and crossing path by repeatedly flying over and around me by helicopter. And the entity, that's the same entity that is very fearful of my documentation that they engaged in trying to block on the internet, the podcast, for which the entity that's engaged in kidnapping, criminal defamation, they're going to federal prison. That's called criminal summoning. That's the fire department that's going to be no more, Michael Gherkin. That's the police department that's going to be no more, Mike Lorenz. And that's the people of the state gang stalking with the state. Arco and Chevron still gang stalking like they are when the entity is stalking by helicopter. This is P.O.C. These are demons that are stalking in the path. It's impossible light activity, not headlights. Demons. That's all impossible light activity. Those are demons. And these demons have the audacity to not only be exposed, then when they're exposed, because they're the ones that are now being bullied with their own ignorance, as I put it back in their face and I put it all over the internet and I'm going to prosecute and legislate, the entity has the audacity to try to block a podcast, you're going to federal prison. And you're still stalking, Satan. They still have not learned the lesson. That's why they're going to prison. And so are the people of the state. That was P.O.C. It's the same exact pattern of conduct. That's not headlights. Those are not headlights. Honda, Toyota, Volkswagen, they're not creating vehicles that shoot light out of the sides of your car and out of the roof of your car. They're not creating vehicles that create that vacillating light that blinds everybody on the road so that you're crashing in front of everyone. These are demons. I was engineer light, and those demons just use fire trucks and police vehicles. That's P.O.C. They're doing the same thing, stalking with light and impossible light on the side of the car. They're driving at engineer light on the driver's side of the vehicle, and they're doing so. They just don't have sirens. P.O.C. This is mental illness. P.O.C.